Hey everybody, it's Mike with the Rails Around Train Guy Show. This week on the show, we're going to visit a well-known St. Louis attraction called the Wabash, Frisco, and Pacific Railroad. It is a 12-inch gauge live steam railroad that we can ride. So we're going to ride some trains, we're going to talk to some volunteers, and we're going to have a great time. So come along. Operated by an all-volunteer staff, the WF&P was created in 1939 on property near Brown Road and Natural Bridge in North St. Louis County. The railroad developed a mile of track, had 4 steam locomotives, a telegraph system, telephone communication system between stations, and a signal system. Because of rising land values adjacent to St. Louis Lambert Airport, the railroad was forced to move, and its last run was on July 15, 1959. The railroad and all of its equipment went into storage for 2 years while the association looked for a new home. Eventually, the WF&P relocated to Glencoe, Missouri, west of St. Louis in 1961, where much of the WF&P was rebuilt on recently abandoned Missouri Pacific right-of-way. Since that time, they have laid more than a mile of track, built numerous buildings, including the car barn in 1976 and the roundhouse in 1992. They are constantly in the process of rebuilding locomotives, cars, expanding track, and maintaining all of the facilities necessary for the operation of the railroad. Public operations are on Sundays beginning in May through the end of October from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Reservations must be made ahead of time for $20 per carload from May to September and $25 in October. The trip is 2 miles and lasts approximately 40 minutes, rolling along the river trail and into the woods to the end of the line and back. Trains run rain or shine, so bring an umbrella if it looks like rain is possible. The Missouri Pacific Railroad realigned their tracks away from the Merrimack River through Glencoe in 1929, but kept the original line in place as a branch until abandoned beginning in 1951. The WF&P acquired the right-of-way in 1961 and began construction of its own line that we're riding today. A walking trail is also alongside the right-of-way, as we can see here. With a round trip taking 40 minutes, there are passing sidings on the route that are used to allow continuous operations. Typically, trains are running in each direction every 20 minutes and can meet at Bluffs, Mohan, or Summit sidings. At the end of the line is Yateman Yard. Here the locomotive cuts off, runs around the train and the turning Y, then backs onto the rear of the train to pull it back to the station. While our locomotive turns on the Y, let's talk with volunteer Daniel Coombs about the railroad.
Alright, so my name is Daniel Coombs, currently at the Wabash, Frisco and Pacific Railroad here in Glencoe, Missouri. So I've been doing this only for just a couple years. I've been into trains my whole life, and then I was able to finally get into the organization and start my training as necessary.
Okay. And you're qualified now as a conductor and a brakeman?
That is correct.
Okay.
I have to be trained at a certain amount of runs to qualify, and I do have to have a pilot with me. So one of the engineers that's been here for more than 2 years has gained that qualification, is able to train me on a run in, over the track, and back out to Glencoe. And then I basically get graded on a 0, 1 to 2. 2 is being excellent, 0 is being not satisfactory, needs a lot of practice.
Okay. And how many riders do you typically have on a Sunday?
I'd say normally on a good Sunday we can get as much as maybe 250 to 300 riders.
Wow. And you're sold out for today, right?
And we are sold out to the end of this year.
That's awesome. Okay, so what time do you typically arrive to start your day here?
So a lot of guys, it just depends on who wants to come in here in the morning and help fire up the engines. It takes time to get the steam pressure built up, about an hour and a half, 2 hours is what we like. Okay. Some guys would be here around maybe 6:30 in the morning, 7 a.m., and then guys would come in later as you need. There's no set schedule on who needs to come in when. It's just a matter of having guys here so that we can get everything rocking and rolling and then perform our duties as needed to give the public safe and enjoyable train trips.
Awesome.
It depends about how much crew we've got throughout the day, and if we got a limited amount of crew, maybe we got to rotate. So if I am maybe a brakeman on the steam train 403 that we've got.
Your first train today will be maybe the next one, or?
It just depends on whichever one I feel like I want to go on. We need 3 people, the engineer, brakeman, and conductor on all trains regardless, and it's also a safety factor. Safety's number 1 here. So we want to make sure that we have 3 sets of eyes and ears and that we all communicate accordingly when we're going down the track.
With our locomotive turned and run around the train, we reverse course for the 1-mile trek back to Glencoe Station. At Bluff Siding, we paused to meet the eastbound train that had just left Glencoe Station a few minutes earlier. Our train arrives back at Glencoe Station, where we're greeted by riders awaiting the next outbound trip. As crew members spin the 403 on the Armstrong turntable, we'll talk to Daniel again about volunteering at the WF&P.
So as we were saying earlier, we do have many different types of membership programs and volunteer opportunities. All we request that you do is just fill out a form application giving us your name, specific information, address, and you got different levels of membership. I don't know the exact prices on everything. That'd be on our website at wabashfriscopacific.org. There is a active member, which is a full membership, which is what I got. It's about $25 a year, and it renews annually. We also have a student program where ages, again, 12 to 17 can join. They just can only do certain things, not yet conducting or being an engineer on the line until they're 18 years of age. We also have family membership to where $35, in addition to 10 on the active, you can have your whole family in the household come on your membership, and they can come as many times as they want. They still need to reserve a ticket online as long as it's available. We do also offer now this year, though it's the end of the season now, a $120 season pass that has 26 different rides you can do throughout the entire season that we're running.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm Richard.
Hi, Richard. How old are you?
I am 11.
Okay. And what is your role out here at the Wabash, Frisco, and Pacific?
My role is to be a brakeman, but I haven't been on a train yet, so I'm going to do that in just a minute.
Okay. And you just kind of help out with whatever they ask you to do? That kind of thing? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What made you want to do that? You like trains, obviously?
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to work on the railroad or?
I like to work on the railroad, but I might cut it short when I'm a little bit older.
Okay. But for now, this is just for fun?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for your time. We hope you've enjoyed this look at the Wabash, Frisco, and Pacific. Visit www.wfprr.com for more information on riding or volunteering at this unique St. Louis treasure.